I believe she was not only responsible for wrongdoing, but I believe she knew about it. The evidence in the paper she edited contradicts her statements that she knew nothing about unlawful behaviour. Take the paper she edited on the 14th of April 2002, which reveals that the News of the World had information from Millie Dowler's phone. In other words, they knew about the messages on her phone. They wrote, there was left a message on her voicemail after the 13-year-old vanished at 4 p.m. on March 21st. On March 27th, 6 days after Millie went missing in Walton-on-Thames, Surrey, the employment agency appears to have phoned her mobile. It was a central part of their story that they had evidence from a telephone, evidence they could only get from breaking into that phone at the time. The story of Rebecca Brooks being far from the Dowler events is simply not believable when our own newspaper talks of information they had gained from the phone. I want to inform the House of further evidence that suggests Rebecca Brooks knew about the unlawful tactics of News of the World as early as 2002, despite all her denials yesterday. Rebecca Brooks was present at a meeting with Scotland Yard when police officers pursuing a murder investigation provided her with evidence that her newspaper was interfering with the pursuit of justice. They gave her the name of another senior executive at News International, Alex Maranchek. The meeting, which included Dick Fiducio of the Metropolitan Police, told her that News of the World staff were guilty of interference and party to using unlawful means to attempt to discredit a police officer and his wife. She was told of actions by people she paid to expose and discredit David Cook and his wife Jackie Hames so that Mr. Cook would be prevented from completing an investigation into a murder. News International was paying people to interfere with police officers and were doing so on behalf of known criminals. We know now that News International, Mr. Speaker, had entered the criminal underworld. Mr. Speaker, she cannot deny being present at this meeting when the actions of people she was paying was exposed. She cannot deny now being warned that under her auspices, unlawful tactics were being used with the purpose of interfering with the pursuit of justice. She cannot deny that one of her staff, Alex Maranchek, was named and involved. She cannot deny either that she was told by the police that her own paper was using unlawful tactics, in this case to help one of her law-breaking investigators. This, in my view, shows her culpability goes beyond taking the blame as head of the organisation. It is about direct knowledge of unlawful behaviour. And was Mr. Maranchek dismissed? No. He was promoted.